just recently had an issue, okay, that I'm also a bit mad about, but you know, it's not deep and emotional this time. It's like chilled. This nigga, okay, borrows my ish, okay. I won't like give all the details because then it's gonna be like, oh, you know, now I'm like, oh, you know, embarrassing him, whatever. So I don't even know why I'm being considerate towards this nigga's, I don't know, reputation or being like sensitive towards his feelings and whatever, because he still hasn't returned my ish, but whatever. That's just the kind of good person I am. So anyway, this nigga, okay, he borrows my ish. He doesn't return my ish. Okay, he borrows my ish and he returns my ish. And then he borrows my ish again. So I'm thinking, okay, well, you returned it. And I was doing a little, he was actually a client. I was actually doing some projects for them. So I'm like, okay, he paid, it's fine. And he borrowed my ish and he returned it and he's just borrowing it again. So he's probably going to return it again. It's fine. Trust him. And then what does he do? He doesn't return my ish. I call this nigga nonstop. I'm like, yo, what's happening? I need my ish. You know, I need it for something important, which involves my marks. And this person decides to hang up on me. I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? What is this? You know, and I felt like this person was being like inconsiderate, and you know, because I was concerned about their projects and them getting it to whoever they need to get it to on time. I did it, they paid, I borrowed them my ish to sort of get their projects whoever they need to get it to on time. But when it's my turn to get my ish back for my own work, you know, for my own stuff, my own purposes, he just doesn't care. Like, he's sorted, he's all good. And I feel like that's selfish. People like that just need to be hanged. Like, seriously. Like, I'm done. I'm done with you people. Seriously. Like, now, next time somebody borrows something, I'm gonna be like the bad guy. Ooh, she's like so stingy, she's so this, she's so that, she doesn't like let anybody use her ish. No, it's not that I don't. It's just that rather. Things like these, you know, when people do things like this, you learn, and then you learn, and you just don't want to make that mistake again. Because now I'm suffering because I was nice to somebody, and the only reason I'm doing the video is because I was forced to go to this person's room, place, whatever, and sort of confront them about the whole situation, because I call the person, they hang up, and then they decide to switch their phone off, and I get there's a bunch of niggas, and I start acting out, because I can be crazy when you make me crazy. Yeah, you get crazy. And I don't feel that good about it, but I don't even care. I'm not even gonna apologize about it. He had it coming. So I get there, I'm like, yo, you need to get your shit together and give me my stuff ASAP, or else I will go and tell my dad. What does he do? He doesn't give me my ish. So I was forced to go and tell my dad. I did call my dad, and I actually didn't call my dad. I went to my dad's office, I told my dad, and I gave my dad the guy's number. So my dad calls him, and what does he do? He talks to my dad like my dad is his friend or something, and he tells my dad, oh no, I'm gonna return the ish, blah blah blah, whenever. And then, oh yes, he didn't say whenever actually, he said the following day. The following day, I'm sitting in my room waiting. Nigga doesn't show up. Like, what's happening? So I go back to my dad. My dad calls him again 2 times. Like, now you've got the parents calling you, and you still, it just doesn't do ish to you. You're clearly stealing my ish, nigga. What is wrong with you? If you see this, I don't want anything to do with you. You can keep that ish. All I wanted at this point was my ish. If you're not prepared to give it back to me, I'm not even glad I met you. That's all I've got to say. And now I'm the bad guy, the girl who went to his place to confront him about some ish. You know, why couldn't she call him? Why couldn't she do this? People are gonna make their own little conclusions. Well, look, stuff you if you think that I'm the bad guy or whatever about the whole situation. I just feel like if somebody trusts you enough to borrow you something, you should not give them a reason to not trust you. Because if I give you something that important to me, something that I really need for my work, and I give it to you, that means I trust you. And then you just decide, okay, well, just because she trusts me, let me go and break her trust. You know, it's like indirectly asking me, like, what were you thinking? Like, why did you give it to me? Like, why did you trust me? That's what it felt like. and I felt like you're selfish and inconsiderate and whatever. So anyway, the purpose of the video was that set the record straight, that the reason of that reaction was the action. It's like sort of a bit of physics. I'm not going to go into depth about that, but yeah, you know, he asked for it, so his actions sparked that kind of reaction, and that kind of reaction still didn't get me my ish back, so it's not like it got me anywhere, but whatever. So if you have people like that, I mean, I don't know, it's not even if you have people like that, just it's trust. Just don't go around trusting everybody. Just be careful who you trust, be careful who you give your valuable ish to, be careful with people you trust. If you're going to borrow people things that you really need, be careful. Just look at the kind of person first before you put yourself in that kind of situation, before you end up suffering at the expense of helping somebody else who probably doesn't even give a fuck. Okay?
It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and it's 1 o'clock.
Bless your soul.